Okay everybody, so we are going to be doing substitution in slope-intercept form today. So what substitution means is you're going to take something that you already know and then plug it into another thing that is known so that you can figure out variables. So right here we have y and we have x. We're trying to find what the numbers are for x and y. Right, so our goal, I'm going to write this over here, our goal is to find x and y. Alright, so our goal is to find x and y. That means when we find them, we'll be able to graph them. We're not worrying about graphing now. I'm just going to show you how to do substitution method and slope-intercept form, but eventually that is something we will be looking at, is how to graph them. So we did talk about this a little bit before, but I'm going to show you again. So for example, we have y equals 5x plus 4 and y equals 2x plus 10. So what we have here is we have two equations. These are two linear equations. We can take them. So right here, we already know what y is, right? Y can either be 5x plus 4 or y can be 2x plus 10. It doesn't matter which one we start with. So because we already know what y is, I can say, well, let's say I wanted to start with 5x plus 4. 5x plus 4 is the one I want to start with. I have 5x plus 4. I'm going to put my equal sign in front of it. Well, because down here, y was told to me as 2x plus 10, that means wherever I see the y, I just put 2x plus 10. Well, right here, y was on my left-hand side. So I put 2x plus 10 on the left-hand side. All right? So that is the first part of substitution. So we've set it up. We've substituted 2x plus 10 in for y. All right? Now what we want to do is we want to go in and start solving. We're going to solve for x. Okay? So this is kind of like those multi-step equations we were doing. So we're going to start with our x values. I have 2x and 5x. Well, 2x is smaller than 5x, so I'm going to subtract it on both sides. And remember, you subtract because 2x is positive. Well, 2 minus 2 is gone, so that's like 2 minus 2x is the same thing as 2 minus 2, so you cross it out. 5x minus 2x would give us 3x because 5 minus 2 is 3. You bring down your leftovers, and I have 10 equals 3x plus 4. I want 3x alone. So to get 3x alone, I have to subtract 4 from both sides because 4 is on the same side as 3x. And we have to do the opposite of positive 4, which is negative 4. So these are crossed out and they're gone. And we'll draw an arrow. I have 10 minus 4 is 6 equals 3x. Well, this is turned into a one-step equation. And if I want to solve this, we've done these, so I know that I can just divide 3 on both sides. And I get x equals 2. Alright, well I found one thing. I found x. So I want to know what the number for y is. So it doesn't matter which one of these two equations I take. I can take either one of them and plug in wherever I see an x, a 2. So I'll just take 5x plus 4 again. Well, 5x plus 4, I'm trying to figure out what that's going to equal. I know that there's an x here, so I would do 5 times 2 plus 4. Remember, when two things are beside each other, that means multiply. So these parentheses also mean multiply. So 5 times 2 is 10. You add 4 to that, and you get 14. Okay? So those are our answers for that problem. So we would say y equals 14. And those are our ordered pairs. So we would say 2, 14 as our answer. Alright, that's what we're going to do for these problems. Okay? So number 1, we're going to do the same. I may not have enough time to get through all of them, but we're going to go as far as I can. And if you would like, if I don't get through all of them, you can try them yourself and email them to me, and I will be happy to check them for you. But let's just go ahead with number 1. So I'm just going to follow everything I did up here. So I got y minus 3x, y equals 3x minus 10, and y equals 2x minus 5. I'm just going to start with the top one. So I have 3x minus 10. Well, I know y is 2x minus 5, so I'll just put that here. Okay? And we're just going to do the same thing. I have 3x and 2x. Well, I know 2 is smaller, so I'm just going to subtract 2x from both sides. Remember, subtracting because 2x is positive already. Canceled. I have negative 5 equals 3x minus 2x, well, that's just x because 3 minus 2 is 1, minus 10. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing because I want that x away. This time, however, if you look, 10 is negative. So the opposite of negative 10 is a positive 10. So you do plus 10 on both sides. And we can say x is equal to, well, negative 5 plus 10 is a positive 5, right? Because 10 is larger than 5. Okay? So all we're going to do is take this x, so x equals 5, and we're going to plug it into our equation. All right? So when I have y equals 3x minus 10, I'm going to be saying y equals 3 times 5 minus 10. Well, 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 minus 10 is 5, so y equals 5. Alright, those are my two answers. That's my x and my y. Okay, so you can write them as the ordered pair if you would like. You can circle them too, either way is fine. The thing is, with these, every time you get one of these, x or y, well, when you find x, you can plug it into either equation, and y is always going to be the same. So you can try those out too to double check them. So you could, when you're working this for yourself, you could use y equals 2x minus 5 and plug in x for, or 5 for the 2x. Well, we know 2x, 2 times 5 is 10, minus 5 is also 5. Well, that gives me y equals 5 either way. So you can try those yourself if you'd like to. This is just how I'm going to do one of these for the time constraint I'm on. So I'm going to start again over here. I have 3x on this side and 5x minus 8 because we know that y is 5x minus 8. Well, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do I'm going to subtract my 3x on both sides. Well, 3x because that 3 is positive. Well, 5 minus 3 is 2, so I have 2x minus 8 equals 0. Remember, because 3x minus 3x is 0. Okay, you just don't put anything there. So you're going to move this 8 over because I want 2x by itself. So to move 8 over, you do plus 8 on both sides. 2x equals 8. Well, I got to solve for x again. How do I solve for x? You divide by 2, and then you get x equals 4. All right, I want to check it. So I'm going to use the smaller one. I have y equals 3x. Well, y equals 3x is going to be y equals 3 times 4, which means y equals 12. All right, and that's all you're doing. Okay, so we're just finding the value of x. So I got x here, and then we're just going to be plugging it back into one of these two equations. All right, so now I'm going to do this one. I have y equals 2x minus 1 and y equals 4x plus 5. Well, let's do 4x plus 5 this time and 2x minus 1, just to show you it works the same way. Okay, well, 2x is smaller, subtract 2x, these cancel. So I have 1 equals 4x minus 2x is 2x plus 5. Okay, now we're just going to move the 5 over because I want 2x alone. So I'm going to subtract 5, these cancel, 1 minus 5, these are subtracting. So 1 and negative 5. 1 is smaller than 5 normally, and it's also a negative 5. That means our answer is going to be negative. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Well, 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So 2x, negative 4 equals 2x. Now you're just going to divide on both sides again like normal, and you have x is equal to negative 2. Remember, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Okay, so that's x. Alright? Now, let's see. I want to use, what have I been doing before? I feel like I've only been doing the top one, so let's do the bottom one this time. Y equals 4x plus 5. Well, that's y equals 4 times negative 2 plus 5. Sorry, I was running out of room there. Had to draw it on the side. Oops, you can't see that. Alright, now I'm going to have y equals, well, 4 minus negative 2 is negative 8. Plus 5 is negative 3. So y equals negative 3. Alright, so that's all we're doing on these. Now 4 and 5, I think I'll have enough time to do them, so I'm going to go ahead and do them for y'all. If you want, you can also pause any of these at any time to try them beforehand and then see what you got and come back to the video. So let's do 4. I have 2x plus 1 equals 3x minus 4. Alright, so we're going to be doing the same thing. 2 is smaller than 3, so subtract it out, cancel. 1 equals 3x minus 2x is just x minus 4. Well, 1x alone, so I have to add 4 to both sides. And I'll get a canceled. 1 plus 4 is 5, so x equals 5. Okay, there's the first one. Then I'll do y equals 2 times 5 plus 1. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting run out of room on this paper. But we have y equals 2 times 5 plus 1 because x is equal to 5. So 2 times 5 is 10. Well, 10 plus 1 is 11. So y equals 11. Alright, and now for number 5, our very last one. Okay, so we have y equals 4x minus 7 and y equals negative 3x. So let's see what happens with this one. Well, I've got negative 3x, 4x minus 7. Okay, well, I'm just going to 3 and 4, excuse me. Negative 3 is going to be changed to a positive 3 because I want to get rid of it. So do that on both sides. Cancel. 4 plus 3 is 7, so 7x minus 7. Well, 3 minus 3, 0. Well, I want 7x alone. So to do that, I do plus 7, and 7x equals 7. Same thing, just divide out the number in front of x, and we have x equals 1. Alright, so there's that one. So x equals 1, well, I'm going to do y equals 4x minus 7. Y equals 4 times 1 minus 7. Well, 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 minus 7 is negative 3. So y equals negative 3. Now if you look over here, y equals negative 3x. Well, negative 3 times 1 is also negative 3, so either way it's going to work. Alright, and that is how you do substitution. So, again, as always, please feel free to email me if you have any questions. I hope this video helps y'all out. Let me know if you need help with anything, and I would suggest maybe on some of these videos, I work a problem, and then you try the next one. So you pause before I start on this one, you work it yourself, doing the same way I've done the ones before it, and try it and see how you do. Just give yourself some extra practice. But again, if y'all need help, let me know. And good luck, y'all.